Ever wondered why anger, a fleeting emotion, can sometimes control our lives? Anger, in its essence, is a potent, primal emotion. It's a natural response to perceived threats, an instinctual survival mechanism that has been hardwired into our brains over millions of years of evolution. However, in the modern world, anger can often become a disruptive force, an uninvited guest that overstays its welcome. It can seize control of our minds, pushing us to make impulsive decisions, to act in ways that we might later regret. You see, when anger takes the reins, rational thought often takes a backseat. We are no longer the masters of our own actions, but are instead driven by this powerful, volatile emotion. We shout when we should listen, we fight when we should talk, and we hurt when we should heal. And in the end, we're left with a trail of regret, a stark reminder of the damage that unchecked anger can inflict, and the repercussions of this unchecked anger are far-reaching. It can strain our relationships, leaving a chasm between us and those we hold dear. It can affect our health, with the constant stress and tension taking a toll on our physical and mental well-being. It can even cast a shadow over our overall happiness, making it harder to find joy in the little things, to appreciate the beauty of life. But it's not all doom and gloom. Anger, like any other emotion, is not inherently bad. It's what we do with it that matters. It's how we handle it, how we channel it, that determines its impact on our lives. We don't need to suppress our anger, to lock it away in some hidden corner of our minds. What we need is to learn how to manage it, how to control it, how to use it as a tool for growth rather than a weapon for destruction. And to do this, we must first understand its nature, its roots, its triggers. But what if there was a way not to suppress but to manage and control this potent emotion? Enter Stoicism. Stoicism, an ancient philosophy, might have the answers we seek. Stoicism, a school of thought that flourished in the Greco-Roman world, was founded in Athens by Zeno of Citium in the early 3rd century BC. It's not just a philosophy, it's a way of life that has been adopted by countless individuals throughout history, from Roman emperors to contemporary entrepreneurs. Its principles have withstood the test of time, remaining relevant and practical even in the modern age. At the heart of Stoicism lie a few core tenets. The Stoics believed in living according to nature and reason, aligning one's life with the rational order of the universe. They proposed that our happiness and peace of mind depend on distinguishing between what we can control and what we can't. This concept, often referred to as the dichotomy of control, is one of the central teachings of Stoicism. They argued that we have full control over our thoughts, beliefs and actions, but everything external to us, such as other people's opinions, natural disasters or the passage of time, is beyond our control. Therefore, it is futile and self-destructive to fret over things we cannot change. Instead, we should focus our energy and attention on cultivating virtue and wisdom, which are entirely within our control. Stoicism also emphasizes the cultivation of 4 cardinal virtues: wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. These virtues are seen as the foundation of a good, fulfilling, and tranquil life. Stoics believe that by striving for these virtues, we can maintain equanimity in the face of life's ups and downs. Moreover, Stoics advocated for detachment from material possessions and superficial pleasures, arguing that true happiness comes from within, not from external circumstances. They held that we should strive to be content with what we have and to remain indifferent to what we don't. Interestingly, Stoics have a unique perspective on anger. According to Stoicism, anger is not just another emotion, it's a trespasser in the peaceful realm of reason. This philosophy, born in ancient Greece, holds a unique perspective on anger, and it's one that we can apply to our lives today. Stoicism suggests that anger arises from a failure, not of others, but of ourselves. It is a failure to accept the world as it is. It's when we cling to an idealized version of reality, and when that ideal is contradicted, anger seeps in. Picture a serene lake, its surface undisturbed. This is the Stoic ideal of the mind, calm and accepting. Anger, then, is the stone that shatters that tranquility. But how does one keep the lake tranquil amidst the storms of life? Stoics argue for the cultivation of acceptance, patience, and understanding. Acceptance is the acknowledgement that the world is filled with a myriad of different perspectives, actions, and events, many of which are beyond our control. Patience is the ability to endure these uncontrollable aspects of life without allowing them to disturb our peace of mind. Understanding, finally, is the recognition that every action has a cause, that people often act in accordance with their own perspectives, and that these perspectives are shaped by countless factors. In essence, Stoicism teaches us that anger is a reaction, not to the actions of others, but to our own unmet expectations. It's when we demand that the world conforms to our wishes rather than accepting it as it is. This is not a call to passivity, but rather a call to focus on what we can control. Our own responses, our own perspectives, our own tranquility. So if anger is a stone thrown into the lake of our mind, Stoicism equips us with the tools to let the ripples subside naturally. It encourages us to understand the stone, accept its presence, and maintain our tranquility amidst the disturbance. So, how can we apply these principles to manage our anger? Let's delve deeper into this in the next segment. Imagine harnessing the power of Stoicism to master your anger. Now that we've explored the Stoic approach to anger, let's delve into how we might apply these principles in our daily lives. Stoicism, at its core, is about understanding and managing our reactions to the world around us. In dealing with anger, one effective technique is to take a step back. When we feel anger bubbling up within us, it's all too easy to get swept away in the heat of the moment. But by stepping back, we give ourselves the space to breathe, to think, and to gain perspective. Instead of reacting impulsively, we can respond thoughtfully. Ask yourself, will this matter in a week, a month, or a year? Often you'll find that the answer is no. Next, we have the practice of acceptance. Acceptance is not about being passive or resigning ourselves to fate. Rather, it's about acknowledging reality as it is, not as we wish it to be. We can't control how others act or the events that happen around us, but we can control our interpretation of these events and our subsequent reactions. When we accept this, we free ourselves from the shackles of anger. Lastly, we need to focus on what's within our control. The Stoics were big on distinguishing between things we can control and things we can't. We can't control traffic, the weather, or other people's behavior. But we can control our own actions, thoughts, and emotions. When we find ourselves getting angry over things beyond our control, it's a signal to refocus our energy on what we can change. Using these techniques, we can start to harness the power of Stoicism for our anger management. It won't happen overnight. It's a journey, and like any journey, there will be bumps along the way. It's important to be patient with ourselves and to remember that it's okay to stumble. But remember, like any other skill, mastering anger requires practice. Anger, when managed, can become a powerful tool instead of a controlling force. As we draw this discussion to a close, let's revisit the key points we've explored today. Stoicism, an ancient philosophy founded in the heart of Athens, provides a profound framework to understand and manage anger. This philosophy encourages us to focus on what's within our control, to accept what isn't, and to understand the temporary nature of our emotions. Our anger, like any other emotion, is not a permanent state, but a fleeting experience that we can learn to navigate. We've delved into the Stoic approach to anger, a perspective that encourages us to view anger not as an uncontrollable force, but as a reaction to our judgment of situations. Stoicism teaches us to question these judgments, to pause before reacting, and to choose a response that aligns with reason and virtue. We also discuss practical ways to apply Stoicism in managing our anger. The practice of premeditation, or premeditatio malorum, helps us anticipate potential triggers and prepare our responses. The daily practice of self-reflection allows us to assess our reactions, learn from our mistakes, and make conscious efforts to improve. Remember, it's important to understand that anger itself is not the enemy. It's a natural human emotion that can serve as a signal, alerting us to injustice or prompting us to make necessary changes. However, when anger becomes a controlling force, it can lead to regrettable actions and damage our relationships. So I encourage you to delve deeper into the philosophy of Stoicism. Explore its principles and see how they resonate with your own experiences. Apply them in your daily life and observe the changes. Patience is key, and remember, progress is a gradual process. In conclusion, understanding and managing anger is crucial for a peaceful and fulfilling life. It's a journey of self-discovery and growth, and Stoicism provides a valuable compass to guide us. Remember, the power to manage your anger lies within you, and Stoicism can be your guide on this journey.